Welcome to the YY6 District Court. Court is in session. This is cause number 2020 CR 0387, the state of Texas versus Robert Pena Valdez. We're here today for a plea. We're conducting this hearing by video conference using the Zoom application. We're also using YouTube to live stream the proceedings to keep the hearing public. The time now is 11:09 a.m. on the 4th day of August 2021. These proceedings are official. They're on the record and they're being recorded by the official court reporter. Counsel and all present are instructed to act as though you were in court, and all instructed not to record the proceedings. And if I could have the attorneys make appearances, starting with the state of Texas, please.
Austin Stout for the state.
Paul Vasquez on behalf of Robert Valdez.
Sir, are you the same Robert Valdez charged by indictment with the offense of driving while intoxicated, third or more offense? Is that you, sir?
Yes.
In state, are we proceeding with the repeat offender allegation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Valdez, I am going to use a function of Zoom called share screen. I'm going to show you the indictment in the case. I'll scroll through for you. Are you familiar with this document, sir?
Yes.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
Mr. Vasquez, do we waive reading of the indictment?
We do.
I'm going to get out of share screen. I'll note that there is a discovery acknowledgement. It's been signed and dated by both sides. I'm doing the same, and I make it a part of the record. And then I'll also note that there is an application for community supervision, and I'll make that a part of the record as well. Mr. Valdez is going to go back on the share screen. I'm going to show you a document. It's called the defendant's consent to plea by video conference. I'll scroll down to electronic signature that I'm using my cursor to circle around. Is this your signature, sir?
Yes.
By signing this document, you're telling me two things. One, you understand that normally we do pleas live in an open court, but that you're consenting to do this plea by video conference. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes.
Secondly, your electronic signature on this document, as well as all of your electronic signatures in the plea packet in front of me today, you're telling me that those are valid as if you personally signed them. Did you understand that when you signed this document?
Yes.
I approve the consent and I make it a part of the record. We're still in share screen. Now I'm showing you a document called the Court's Admonishments, several pages, so I'll scroll through for you. But are you familiar with this document?
Yes.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yeah. Yes.
On page 3 at the bottom of the page is electronic signature. Is this yours?
Yes.
I'm going to get out of share screen. By signing the court's admonishments, you're telling me that you understand the court's admonishments and that you understand the rights that are contained within it. Is that true?
Yes.
And that you want to give up those rights. Is that true?
Yes.
And the rights you're giving up is the right to a trial by jury. You have a right to confront the witnesses against you. You also have the right to remain silent, which includes the right not to incriminate yourself and not plead today. Did you understand that before you signed this?
Yes.
By signing this, you're also telling me you understand the consequences of a plea and the sentencing range for the offense, which normally the sentencing range is a third-degree felony from 2 to 10 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. However, the state is alleging that you are a repeat offender, so that moves that up to the second-degree level, in which the punishment range is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand that before you signed the court's admonishments?
Yes.
I approve the waivers that are contained within the court's admonishments. I make them a part of the record. Sir, we're going to go back to share screen. This time I'm going to show you the plea bargain in the case. Are you familiar with this document?
Yes.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
An electronic signature to the left, I'm using my cursor to circle around. There's another one to the right. I'm using my cursor to circle around. Are these your two signatures?
Yes.
This document details for me your agreement with the state as far as punishment is concerned, and I will let you know if you want to follow this prior to the entry of your plea. First says that you will agree that you are a repeat offender. Secondly, the punishment will be assessed with a cap of 10 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice with a $1,500 fine. State is opposed to your application for community supervision. One of your signatures, the one to the left, waives your appeal. Is that your understanding of the agreement, sir?
Yes.
Counsel, is that your understanding as well?
It is.
I'm going to get out of share screen. Sir, I am not bound by a plea bargain. I do not have to follow this. Do you understand that? Mr. Valdez?
Yes. Yes.
Did you understand that?
Yes, I understand it.
But if I do follow a plea bargain, then you lose your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And that's true unless I grant you permission to appeal or unless certain motions are filed and ruled upon. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Counsel, any such rulings in this case?
No, Your Honor.
If I do not follow the plea bargain, I'll allow you to withdraw the plea and we'll proceed to trial as if this hearing never occurred. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I'll note again, one of your signatures on the plea bargain waives your appeal. Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
If not, then a plea of guilty or no contest to the offense would have serious adverse effects on your immigration status. And I'll note that you're certified in the court's admonishments that you are an American citizen. Counsel, do you believe that your client has a factual and rational understanding of the charge pending against him?
He does.
Do you believe he's been able to assist you in the defense?
He has.
Do you believe he's mentally competent to waive rights and enter a plea here today?
He is.
Sir, to the offense listed on your indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Is there any other purpose as to why you're pleading guilty?
No.
As to the repeat offender allegation, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
Other than the plea bargain, did anyone promise you anything in exchange for your plea today?
No.
Anyone force you or coerce you to plead today?
No.
After going over this case with your attorney, do you believe that pleading here today is in your best interest?
Yes.
Does the state have anything to offer to support the plea?
The state offers State's Exhibit 1 and all attachments.
No objection.
It's admitted. I reviewed State's Exhibit 1 and attachments prior to getting on the record and find that it is sufficient to support the plea. Sir, I find that your plea was freely, intelligently, and voluntarily made. There was sufficient evidence to support the plea and that you're mentally competent to enter into such a plea. I find you guilty, sir. I also find that you are a repeat offender. I'm going to order a pre-sentence investigation report and a TAP evaluation as well. And we will come back on another day for sentencing. Is there anything else from either side in regards to the plea?
Nothing from the state.
Nothing from defense.
All right, Mr. Valdez, we're about ready to conclude the hearing. And when we do, you need to stay on Zoom because you're going to meet with our probation officer. She's going to go over a few things for you for the upcoming sentencing hearing. But there being nothing else from either side, then this matter is concluded.